Okay, cool. All right, guys. So thank you for being on. I think I was planning on doing like the book club with You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. There is a YouTube version that's a free Audible. Violet, go lay down. I swear, dogs and my children, like if I get on a phone call or on the computer, it's like forget about it. The dogs sometimes worse. Anyways, so I think on the Sunday huddles we'll do like quick little recaps. So while you guys are reading it, my encouragement to you or listening to it, because I've listened to it once through already, and this is my second time through, and I'm taking notes. She is like right up my alley, and I don't know, maybe she reminds me of myself, and kind of like, you know, a lot of the things she says, I feel like I have the same mentality. So she has a really like laid back approach to personal development, and at the same time she's very in your face about it. She's very like there's no BS, right? So I love that about that book. So as you are listening to it, reading it, whatever it is you're doing, my encouragement to you is to take some notes of the things that really stand out to you. I know. Go ahead, baby. And then to also you know, a lot of the times when we're reading, ideas pop up in our head. So write those things down, pause it, put it down, write them down. 10 minutes at the beginning of each and every day is really my encouragement to you, because this is a great way to start your day, is with this like right frame of mind. Okay. Or yes, babe, now go. So it's a great way to start and end your day in the right way. So anyways, I did take notes. The idea was to read through chapter 2. So you probably did the intro, and if you're listening to the Audible, then you're going to. Can you guys all hear me? Jen says she can't hear me. It turned my sound off. I don't know.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay. All right. So anyways, so take notes. I took notes, and I just kind of want to go over some of those. And if there's anything that you guys want to chime in, I'll like stop after the intro, and we'll see what you guys got from it. And then I'll stop after chapter 1, so on and so forth. And we'll kind of see if there's anything you guys want to interject, you know, feel free to use the chat or unmute yourself, whatever you prefer to do. This book totally pumps me up. And you know what? I don't know about you, but I'm sick and tired of saying, yes, I'm going for it, and saying, and getting all pumped up by these audibles. Hold on, I hear someone here, and it's, manage participants. Mute all. How do I mute all? Can y'all mute yourselves, please? Manage participants. There we go. I don't know why it doesn't give me the option to mute all right now. So anyways, I'm tired of like saying I'm going to do something, or like doing so much personal development and then not putting it to action. So it's time for action, right, guys? So if we need to be in these book clubs and hold each other accountable and come up with actions that are going to or take what we've learned and help us grow, then that's what we're going to do. So You're a Badass, the introduction, just some notes that I kind of took down from it. I really, really liked what she said. You can start with nothing and create something. That's legendary, and it's true, and I related it a lot to our business. Some of you that are on are brand new or newer. I mean, I think 6 months and under is rather new. And some of you are seasoned and maybe have had a few falls or never really got off your ass and got running with the business. So whether you are brand new or don't have anything going on, or really kind of got struck down with life or with business and are hopping back onto it, just remember, you can create something from nothing, especially in this business. I have done it, and then I have also really fell hard on my face and rebuilt it back up. and then fell on my face again and rebuilt it back up. So this is doable. I personally went into childbirth saying, if somebody else can do it, so can I. I know that's crazy to think, but that is the mentality you must have with this business, okay? So many of us are get comparitis out of there. Oh, Melissa can do it because her husband's supportive. Oh, Melissa can do it because she used to bartend. She has good social skills. Oh, Melissa can do it because she's in a better state. Or, like all these things, they aren't necessarily true, but because you're using comparitis, you're handcuffing yourself and you're creating these false BS excuses in your head. So just stop and know that you can literally claim anything that you want. Okay. So I really liked, she also talked about the cheesy self-help stuff. Like I was totally that person. I was like, I'm not going to conference. The conference isn't going to change my life. Like, are you serious? Like, yeah, okay, you're going to change my life in a year. Ooh, let's all go sing worship songs and sing Kumbaya in our crazy rap shirts. Like, it works, guys. Mindset is 99% of this business. You have to be in the right mindset. So believe it when I say personal development is important. And oops. Oh, why? Did somebody want to say something? Oh, oops.
It's a lot.
I do.
So, I don't know. Get down, Violet. Why can't I just mute all from here? So weird. Anyways, so mindset is so super important. So I have a something that we're going to be doing each and every morning over the next week, and hopefully you continue to do it from there on out as well. And I'll get to that in a little bit. You have to come at this ask yourself this, especially in the business right now. Ask yourself, is this really the best you can do? Can anyone honestly answer and say, yes, this is 100% the best I can do? I don't think anyone can say that it is. I can't say that this is the best I can do. I know that I can be better at following up with my customers and my potentials and my team. And so strive to become that 1% better each and every day. And it compounds to so much better, so much more later. But do you ever in your life even sit there and think, like, really, like is this seriously my life? Like, this is the best I'm going to get? And if you are sitting there contemplating that, especially this time of year when it's the holidays and finances are tight and you're spending your child's college fund on fucking Hatchimal toys that hatch, and then sorry, I was trying to shop for a Hatchimal today, and I refused to buy one of those, a $70 stuffed animal that hatches and chirps. So, if you're finding yourself asking these things, guys, it's time for change. It's time to get serious. How long have you been telling yourself that? Do you constantly feel like you're just kind of going through the motions, but you're not capable of completing awesomeness? There's a reason why you're on this Zoom, and there's a reason why you're listening to the book. You have some sort of unfulfillment, whether that be in the business, in your relationships, in your financial situation, spiritually, mentally. There's a reason why you decided you're going to do the book club, why you're going to pick that book up and do this. So let's stop wasting our time and be serious about it. Now, these questions are things that are going to help you figure out what it is you really want. What it is you really want in the business, what it is you really want in your life, what makes you most happy. Ask yourself, what makes myself most happy? Write it down so you know. What makes me feel alive? Like there's certain things I know for a fact, like I love going to the lake. I love being on my boat. I love hiking. I absolutely love taking my kids on crazy adventures, going. But guys, what does this stuff take? It takes money. And life is not all about money, but I want to create memories, and I want to create a legend for my children. Okay? I don't want to be the apple that fell right next to the tree. Okay? Um so it's time to make one simple shift, and that's what this whole book is about, is that simple shift. So you have to go from wanting to change your life to deciding to change your life. And this is so true. There are so many wishful thinkers out there. And I see that. I'm not going to call some people out, but I'm going to give a situation that I get constantly from my team. And I'm not getting mad, guys. I'm just getting all like fired up. But I constantly hear, I'm going to go diamond. Every time we get these crazy bonuses that come out in January and February, they do like $10,000 bonus. And they're like, I'm going to go diamond. And that very next day, they're silent. And then the next week, they're like, yeah, I'm still going for diamond. And then they're silent and they don't work their business. But no, I'm going for diamond. And 2 months later, when they have 3 weeks left to get this $10,000 bonus, oh, I want diamond. Okay, are you just wishing for it, or did you decide to really go for it? So stop just wanting and start deciding to change your life. Okay? And you have to go after it. I love how she said this. You must go after this decision like a dateless cheerleader before prom night. You have to have tenacity, okay? You got to go. And especially with this business, it loves speed. It loves speed and persistence and consistency. This means, in making this decision, this means you're going to have to do things you never thought you would do, like going and singing Kumbaya with a bunch of rap girls at Amalie Arena. Or guys, excuse me, I should say guys too. We have lots of very successful men on our team. And you're going to have to believe in things you've never seen as well. I've showed people how my volumes have jumped after going to conference, and they were like, holy cow, I didn't even know those volumes were possible. And so you've got to believe in your soul that a volume of over 100,000 or 1 million even is possible. You have to believe that it's happening. It's happening in our company, guys. So start believing in things that you haven't seen. Maybe you haven't had a rock star added on your team yet. Maybe you haven't even signed a distributor yet. You have to believe that they're out there, okay? In your soul, you have to. And you have to let go of limiting beliefs. Oh, I can't do this because I have kids. Oh, I can't do this because I can't drive. Oh, I can't do this because I work a full-time job. Oh, I can't do this because my husband doesn't support me. Oh, I can't do this because I'm just not good at it. Stop. Let go of the limiting beliefs. And start doing things that you are most uncomfortable doing. And fail your way to success, okay? Cling to your decision to create the life you desire, like your life depends on it, okay? Like if you don't make it work, then you're going to die. Like that's how serious you have to be. I remember when I joined and she was like, you can get a $10,000 bonus. And then I said, do people actually really get that? Yeah, here's a whole list of them, she said. And I was like, whoa. I don't know who these people are, but I know they're real. And if they did it, I'm going to do it too. And I sat there and I remember when I went diamond, I had 3 months to do it to earn a $10,000 bonus. My grandfather passed away 3 weeks before I had to go diamond in order to achieve the $10,000 bonus. And I was like, I'm not going to do it. I had a moment, And I was like, I can't. It's insensitive. I'm in pain mentally, emotionally. And but then I sat back and I said, whoa, whoa, whoa. My grandpa would kick my ass if I didn't go after this. He would literally probably come back from the dead and come beat my ass if I didn't go for this, being this close. So, you've got to cling to it. You've got to make that decision. And I said, I'm going diamond. It's not an option. It's happening. It's just a matter of how hard, how much I have to work in order to do it. Do you want to live your life without meaning? Have you guys asked yourself that? Do you want to keep going through the motions just so you can live paycheck to paycheck? I doubt that. You wouldn't be on here if the answer to that was yes. So make that decision and cling to it like your life depends on it. When you feel like things are slipping away from you, hop on a Zoom, get on a call, do a power hour. I cannot tell you how many times where I'm like, I do not want to do a power hour. I just want to eat bonbons and pizza and watch a movie with my kids under the blankets. And I'm like, no, you haven't done one. Sit down, do a power hour. And it turns into like a power 3 hours with 2 new distributors and a couple new customers. Okay? It's because you get motivated by going through those things. Success is so boring, guys. It's doing the things others don't to get the things others won't, and doing it over and over and over and over and over. And it's boring. Okay? But the things that success can get for you is not boring. I promise you that. All right. So, your journey is always going to be a process, but none of what you're doing, none of what you've been doing has been working. So it's time to get uncomfortable. And that's what she said. And how many of us don't do things, don't message that person, don't pick up a call, don't give a blitz card, don't host a party, don't ask someone to host a party, simply because we are uncomfortable doing it? How many of us don't offer someone the opportunity or ask them if they want to make money with us because we're uncomfortable asking? It's time to get uncomfortable. I'm not going to ask or tell you to do things that I don't do myself. And I promise you, I feel uncomfortable doing those things, especially at first as well. But you're going to become better and better and better and better at it. The more you do it and the more you learn what's going to work for you. Name those things that you haven't been doing, but know you should be doing, but you've just been too uncomfortable to do it. Can we name a few things, guys? Can we I'm going to unmute yourself and kind of name a few things that you haven't been doing in your business simply because you're just not comfortable doing it. I'm going to have to call on people.
For me, it's blitzing.
Yeah. Okay. So are you going to make a commitment with us?
Yes. So every time that I do go out and that thought runs past my head, I'm just going to do it.
Okay, so I'm going to write this down. Everyone's got to say one, okay? So Vanessa's blitzing. Okay. Virginia.
I would say following up on the leads that I get from my post.
Okay. Following up post leads. Okay, Jen. Livermore. Do I have 2 Jens on today? No. Oh, let me unmute you, babe. Hey, Jen, you there?
Yeah, I was trying to find the button. I would say asking people to be distributors. When it was $10, I was all about it, but it's really hard for me to think of people I think would be great at it and ask them to join me with $100.
Okay, so here's the thing. A couple of points on that. It's not your job to decide who does and doesn't need extra money. First and foremost, it's only your job to offer it. Secondly, don't, in the back of your mind, go into it as everyone should be it, not picking and choosing. because I cannot tell you how many people I have seen grow through this business into amazing people and great leaders. Crystal, in the bottom corner, Showalter, she's gonna laugh because she knows that I love her. But that girl was crazy. That girl was crazy growing up. I love her to death, but never in a million years I don't think she would have thought she'd be doing something like this. And now she's an amazing mom, an amazing leader, amazing team player, amazing friend. And so, what, baby? Whoa, cool. I'll be done in just a little bit, okay? So, you know,
and
and
I definitely agree, because when Susan asked me, I remember just being like, okay, yeah, I'll join for $10. But, and like you guys commented yesterday about that girl that was like, I don't really want to put in a lot of time. And I told Susan the same thing, like, I probably won't do a lot.
right.
But like the first week I was like, oh shit, I like this.
Yeah. So that, and also worst case scenario, and this is just me on the business end talking to you. You sign a distributor up, put 2 loyal customers under them. You just made $100. It's the fastest way to make $100 in this company. If they don't follow through, then okay, you did your part. You tried. You know what I mean? So that'd be stupid. That's stupid to not pass up with $100. They can still go on and they can still order for the next year at cost. They may even come around. I've had people like renew after not doing anything for a whole year and then come back around. And I'm like, really? Like, you just wasted a whole year, but let's do this. So yeah. Okay, so iPhone is next. I don't know who. I know Vanessa was one iPhone. Who's the other iPhone? I'll mute you. Sandra, are you here? Let's do Sandra. Oops. I saw. Wow. She's got this shirt on that says "Girl Boss." It's the stinking cutest thing. Girl Boss. Girl Boss. Girl Boss. Girl Boss. Okay, Sandra, I'm unmuting you, babe. Maybe not. It's not letting me unmute you. Okay, Lori. What? No, it's not letting me unmute any of you. What in the what?
It gave me a weird option to unmute myself when you tried to unmute me. So yeah, she's trying to unmute you. So I think, yeah, blitzing was definitely the first one that popped into my mind.
Okay.
And yeah, trying to stay consistent with posting multiple times a day.
So I don't think you need to post multiple times a day. I want you guys to understand that posting is just advertising, and posting too much actually hurts you.
Yeah.
You have to ask. You have got to ask. And honestly, it works out better for you because it's kind of mysterious when you're asking and they're like, well, what is it? And you have the opportunity to take different, and you get a conversation going and be more consultative. So, consistency. There was something else. Okay. Oh, I know blitzing, the 2 people that said blitzing, I know you guys have kids. So ask your kid or try thinking how you're going to explain to your kid that you're afraid to hand someone a piece of paper that could change your kiddos and that person's life. Like, it's greedy, guys. Think of it as greedy as not handing it over. Okay? So I'm holding you guys accountable for this. So I want to hear successes. Susan, you can write yours in the thing. I know your speaker's not working. I'm writing all these down, so go ahead and send that. Crystal, what is the thing that you've been doing or you've been not doing that you know you need to be doing?
Well, kind of a lot lately. I know I need to just get moving and be more consistent on following up on leads. I've been doing a lot of events, but I need to be following up with those. And my biggest thing right now is parties, so I feel like I do better belly to belly, but I have like this fear of parties because every time I have one, nobody shows, even though I follow up and send reminders. So I'm going to try to add something different into it and then use your technique of maybe telling somebody to bring like a case of water and then have one person bring like some crackers and one person bring cheese or something to not make them come, but they feel more obligated to come, because I feel like when I do set up parties and I put that work into it, it just kind of like, I guess, crushes my
your mojo.
like wanting to do it. So then I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna send out all these messages, and then they're like, yeah, I'm gonna come, and then nobody shows up. So I'm trying to, that I know I need to work on, and because I feel like I am better face to face. Social media, I'm like all over the place with social media, and I've been doing a lot better with blitzing. Every single time that I walk out of a cashier, I blitz them. Sometimes they won't give their contact info, but 80% of the time they do. But now then that's another thing I need to follow up with, and I need to turn that into a party if they're wanting to, or some way, to get in front of them people. So that's my thing. I just need to try to do more.
No, you're not trying. You're just gonna do it.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do it.
We made the decision, right? We're making the decision. All right, cool. Let me mute. Sorry. There we go. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna hold each other accountable for those. For me, it's been consistency in my power hour and must lists. And of course, my sickness was an excuse for that. And the holidays and what I'm personally going to do, it's going to be part of what we are all going to do as homework. I'm writing a list of the things that I have been like walking around this house packing and going to Christmas parties and going, oh, I really wish I had that. Oh, I really wish I had that. Oh, I'm going to write a list of those things, and I'm going to look at those every day, and I'm going to go, I better get to work. And I'll go over a few of those things, right later as to what they are. And that motivates me because I'm not going to be the person that has, the messed up washer and dryer for 10 years, simply because they don't have the money for it, So that's silly. I've got to manifest that I can get the money and get those things that I want. So, what are some, so examples of what, sorry, that was chapter 1. I skipped ahead of myself. Okay, so now we're not going to wish, we are going to go after by deciding we're just going to do it. So we need to stay open to learning each and every day. And we have to share our awesomeness with the world. Guys, what we have is so, so, so awesome. And we have to share it. It's okay that not everybody might like it, want it, or need it. We all know they're full of BS. No, just kidding. That's okay. But if you had 1% of the market share of the entire world, that is almost 1 million people, okay? So, I'm sorry, a billion, almost 1 billion people. I'm all 1 million. And that's huge. So, no, that's 10%. What am I talking about? My math is off, guys. All right, so share your awesomeness with the world. Surround yourself with those who are the same. So plugging in. And again, I know there's a couple people on here that live in Florida and aren't coming to conference yet. We have got to find a way. We've got to find a way. Manifest it right now, and you've got to go. You've got to get around these like minds and learn this stuff. Surround yourself with those that are the same. Find a professional networking group to get to know. And pick the brains of those people. Ask them. It doesn't have to be network marketing people. It could be just just professionals, and say, okay, so for example, I went out to lunch the other day with the owner of our wine company. This guy just gave $1 million to the local college here. I was like, Tell me about how you did it. What, like, tell me, like, what is your tips? Like, what do you do? What's your habits? What, like, pick their brain. Like, do you do personal development? What made you want to get on this path? What are the things you do to keep your mind right? What do you do to network with people? And, like, pick their brains, okay? Get on the right wavelength. And then see what's possible in the world. If this giant, fat, like, grumpy old man can make that type of money, guys, us awesome people can do the same, okay? So I hope he doesn't see this recording. I love you, Don. All right, so if you get through this book and decide that it's a bunch of crap, you can go back to your sucky life. So if you guys think I'm just talking a bunch of crap, or Jen in this book is talking a bunch of crap, and just go back. That's fine. You want to go back to your sucky life and continue to be miserable, then that's on you. But it doesn't have to be that way. Put your disbelief aside and take some risks. All right? Time to take some risks. I have chapter 1 and chapter 2. I'll go through these real quick. I see your stuff, Susan. I'll write that down. Any comments, questions, or stuff that stood out to you guys from the introduction? From when you read it?
So we can comment on chapter 2 then?
Right?
Or are you not done with chapter 2 yet?
1 and 2 to go.
Oh, okay.
You want to talk about that when we get there? Or
yeah.
Okay, cool. Anyone else? I'll continue. I'm gonna like breeze through these. Okay. I wrote down from chapter 1, confrontation management skills. Okay, she talks about it's not your fault you're fucked up. That's what she says, right? It's only your fault if you stay fucked up. All right? We've all been raised in certain situations, and it's only natural that if we have a messed up druggy mom that kept leaving you at home, that we, might not necessarily have the greatest of mindset. So, but it is our fault if we stay fucked up, okay? I might not, if I wanted to be an accountant and my parents, never went to college, I can't use them as an excuse as to why I don't get educated, okay? Might be a little bit more difficult for me to get that help, but it's out there. So just giving you guys examples. I need to just read through my notes and stick to this. It's the people around you who start filling you with fear and nonsense. So manage the people around you. Put yourself around the right people. If that's your spouse, have a talk with them and say, I don't want to hear it. I need to keep my mind right. Okay, I love you. I don't need you to want to do this with me, but I need you to support me as a person, because it's only going to make it so much better for us, okay? Most people are living in an illusion of someone else's belief. Meaning, are you living in that illusion that you are going to have to work 40 hours a week the rest of your life? That's what you've been taught. So, recognize that, confront that belief, and release it, okay? It's time to wake up. What are the limiting beliefs you were raised with that you are vowing to give up? There's a lot of that. Think about that. What are some of those limiting beliefs? I can't stay at home and raise my kid. I won't be able to ever take that vacation to here. I won't be able to own this or that. Get rid of them, guys. Get rid of them. You have to. The subconscious mind can actually believes anything it's told. It's like a little kid who doesn't know any better. If it believes anything, why not feed it unlimited beliefs? It's running the show. Your subconscious actually runs the show. The subconscious rules the conscious mind. Okay? So let's just play pretend. If you don't fully believe it yet right now, play pretend. And this is going to be part of our homework. It's time to let our subconscious mind run wild. This is what is limiting us from living the life we want. is because we limit our subconscious. Examples of what develops subconscious mind. She gave lots of examples in the books of what develops the subconscious mind. Like, for example, if your dad was never home and you guys were constantly struggling, day in, day out with money, maybe you think, oh, I can't work this too much because I don't want to be like my dad. Those are limiting beliefs. So you've got to get rid of those limiting beliefs, okay? What are some of the less than impressive areas of your life and the underlying beliefs that could have created them? I can name a few around here, like my really unorganized house. And I've got lots of underlying beliefs as to why it's like that. So I'm getting rid of those. For example, nobody wants, I sometimes think that there's like hardly anyone out there that really wants to work hard at achieving something anymore. People want to be handed things on a silver platter, which we know it just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So sometimes I think, like, in a really dark place, I think, what's the point of doing this if there's really no one out there that's going to work it anyways? That is a limiting belief. So I've got to let that go, because there's other ambassadors, there's presidentials, there's Rubies just coming on board, there's new distributors just coming on board making $1,800 in Christmas cash in their first month, or people that have been around for 4 years that lost multiple ranks and making $2,500 in Christmas cash. Like, so if they can do it, I can do it too. All right. It's just, we've got to let go of, look at the less than impressive areas in our life, whether it be finances, relationships with our spouses, our kids, our organization, our homes, cleanliness, our health, our fitness, and then the underlying beliefs that have created them. Crystal, I'm going to use you as an example because I know you won't get upset with me. And I'm just giving an example. I'm not saying, but like maybe Crystal's saying, I can't ever get in shape because I have fibromyalgia. I know she's not saying that, but like that's an example. Okay. So do you have a lack of money? What are the first 5 things that come to your mind? Maybe write those down now. The first 5 things that come to your mind that are the less than impressive areas of your life. And you gotta realize what are the underlying beliefs that are causing those things. And then that's what you need to get rid of. You've got to take the roof off the ceiling and let your beliefs fly. Okay. Become aware, exercise this muscle, and take out the trash. All right. You're taking the trash out of that limiting belief. And because these limiting beliefs are stinky excuses. Okay. Chapter 2, really, really quick. Energy. I really loved chapter. I don't know. I love the whole dang book. Talks about energy, frequency, and vibration. You have got to be open for suggestions. When she came along to, the whole God thing, she was very like about it. But she's saying, and she's right, give God a chance, because what have you got to lose? Okay. Have some faith. What she did is she read about it, put it into practice, and then found how much better it was making her feel. And then she started to really actually believe it. And then she started to teach it. And she had this radical change through him. So improving your life is so much easier when you have an open mind about God and faith. You don't necessarily have to call it God. You don't have to call it religion. You don't have to call it faith. You can call it, like she mentioned, source energy, the bigger picture, whatever you want to do, but you've got to have some faith and give thanks. Improving your life is so much easier when you have an open mind about this faith. All of us are connected to this limitless power, but most of us aren't using but a fraction of it. And that is source energy. Get connected. Meditate. Get connected with it in the morning and repeatedly tell yourself, I am limitless. I am capable of so many amazing things. I'm going to achieve greatness. You can get specific with it. I'm going to enroll distributors today I'm going to enroll 2 today. I'm going to enroll 5 today. I'm going to meet a rock star. I'm going to sell a ton of wine. Like, these are the things I'm going to be telling myself, right, in the morning. Meditate each morning. That's going to be part of our homework. In telling yourselves, or even journaling these limitless beliefs that you're having for your day. Okay? It's your magic wand, this source energy. The universe is made up of source energy, and you vibrate at a certain frequency. And so do all the things that you want. All the things that you want are vibrating at a certain frequency. And vibration attracts like vibration. So if you're feeling down and crappy and sorry for yourself, you're going to attract those vibes, right? So you get to choose to change your mindset with that, connect to source energy, and be positive and attract those positive vibrations that you've been wanting. You get to choose, and that's how cool source energy is. So focus on what makes you feel good and what will attract and you'll attract it. Raise your frequency. Don't focus on the things that are making you feel bad. So for example, she gives a situation where she's like, listen, you're about to go on a date, and you put on, and you want to have a hot, steamy, sexy date, and you put on some like slow jams, and you get in the mood. Like for me, if I want to have a really good day, I'll either put on like some jammin' country, or I'll put on some like old school hip hop, and I'm like, yeah, what's up? Or like 90s, like Spice Girls, and I'll be like singing to myself and like, yeah. And your mood just gets so much better. But if you're gonna go out on this date and you put on like NPR radio and it's all this political stuff, and chances are you're gonna have this like political conversation on this date, and you're kind of gonna be, and if they start talking about really depressing things on there, you're gonna be kind of like bumming, right? So that is a perfect example of being able to raise your frequency. It's like being tapped into the wrong radio station when you're wanting some sexy time. All right. So coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. I loved that. Awareness is your key to freedom. So being aware that you can be limitless and connect to this source energy. And remember that focusing on what makes you feel good is also the law of attraction. Have you ever felt like really, really shitty? Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Last week, I was feeling really, really down. I was running late. And then all of a sudden, I was like, I finally got out of the house so that I can go present this wine to somebody. And I'm on the way, and my car started shaking uncontrollably. And I was like, God damn it, and my car was like breaking down in the middle of the road. And I was like, no, like I just spent a ton of money on my other car. We just fixed that. Like, but it was because that's what I was thinking about. Like, so you've got to get on the right track. You've got to focus on those things that are making you feel good. Stop opting to stay in the suck hole. I loved when she said that. Feeling like a victim of pathetic circumstances. How many of us have felt like that before? I know I have. Like when my car was about to break down, I was like, God, nothing can go right lately. But if you are constantly in that mindset, stop. You have got to stop. Stop feeling sorry for yourself, because you're just going to continue to stay in the suck hole. Believe everything you want is available to you by staying connected to source energy. Energy, and this is important, everyone pay attention to this. Energy and action, when they are lined up, you have to use the energy and action, and when they are completely lined up, you will go so far and so fast. Okay, so you must use both. That is the smartest way to live your life, to work this business, to anything. You got to be in that amazing mind frame and take massive amounts of action. Hell-bent action. Get very clear about what it is you want. This is also going to be part of our homework. What is it that you really want? Are you just going through motions because you know you want something more? You're just not really sure what? Get very clear about what you want. So regardless of your present circumstances, what is it that you want? Decisive action is key. You're making the decision. You must have faith. Do you guys really believe? Do you really believe that the past like 17,000 times you've said you're going to go diamond, that you are going to go diamond? Did you really believe it and take hell-bent action? You must have faith. Cute, baby. Yeah, I'm almost done, okay? Whoa, cool.
Doesn't it?
Yeah, I'll be right out, okay? So the force is truly with you. We live in a loving, kind, and abundant universe, and your faith must be bigger than your fear, okay? So, any key points that you guys kind of went over as you were reading it? I feel like I recapped the whole dang first 3 chapters and just by reading everything she said. But any things that came up?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. So I finished reading chapter 3 today, and it literally was the exact same thing as what our pastor was talking about in church today.
Oh my
which is crazy.
gosh.
Yeah, so we're doing this series. It's called The Thrill of Hope, and it's focused on Christmas. And I'm just kind of going to summarize the notes that I took while he was talking. So our pastor was saying that when God is silent, he's not inactive. So how many times do we think that God's not there, or like he's not giving us what we're hoping for, but it doesn't mean that he's not there. And then he said, while we're waiting, God is working. The period of waiting. So while we're waiting, it requires us to have hope. And when you lose hope, things become unbearable. We're tempted to take matters into our own hands because we want it now, right? We don't want it in God's time. And when we do that, let's see, our hope in God is waning. And then he brings it back to focus, because we're coming upon Christmas, and Christmas reminds us that our hope is in God. The hope in God is not vain. And then he goes on to say that he hears your prayers, and he's going to come through at the right time because his plan and his timing are perfect. So it's kind of like in our business, as long as you put in the energy and the action and the work, good things are going to come. Like, we might not get ambassador exactly when we want it, but as long as we're putting forth all that time, energy, and action, it will come through on God's time. So that's it.
I love it.
I thought that was
it's so crazy. Going back to the whole like God is coincidence is God's way of remaining anonymous. Like, what a coincidence.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy?
It was so bizarre.
That's
so crazy.
Awesome. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. Is there anything else that anybody wanted to point out that they kind of came across? No? Okay, so I'm going to go over this. So much for Snapchat training, huh? Like, I got all like, woo! So really quick, write this down. This is the homework. Your homework is to read through chapter 9 for next week, okay? I know that's a lot. I think we're going to just keep it on the Sunday huddles just to keep things consistent with timing and during the holidays, not having to add another like meeting to your schedule. So we'll keep doing the recaps on our Sunday night huddles. So read through chapter 9. In fairness, that is about 10 minutes a day on average. So it's another 7 chapters, I think. So a chapter a day at least, which I think is not unheard of because they're pretty short chapters. That's the first one. And then we're all going to do a gratitude journal every morning of things we're grateful for in this abundant universe. And if you'd like to add to that gratitude journal, you can certainly put your affirmations in there as well, like the things that you're affirming that you're going to achieve, and put that out there into, the universe. So gratitude journal, read through chapter 9 all the way through to it, and meditation during the morning too, with repeating the affirmations to yourself. So if you aren't I'm pretty busybody, and to sit there silently for like even 30 seconds is kind of crazy to me. So in my mind, I'll be sitting there and telling myself what I'm going to achieve for the day over and over and over again. Okay. So gratitude journal, meditation, and then take 5 minutes. This should be like tomorrow, like do it tomorrow, to write a list of the items that you want, need, or require money for. Like literally start a timer and the first things that come to your mind. Like for me, I'm like washer and dryer, new computer, new living room set, new bedroom sets for the girls, fix our truck, fix our car, maybe a new car. Like all the things that first come to your mind. Money for my grandma's upcoming 70th birthday. We're doing like a big getaway, pay off debt, like write those things down. Like, and every day look at those things and tell yourself, I'm going to do those. I'm going to have cash to do that. And It Works is going to be that vehicle, and I'm going to get to work right now. Okay. And then write these down at some point this week, or take little bits of time each and every day, to really think about what it is you really want. What is your serious goal here in the next 3, 6, 9, 12 months? Your serious goal, not this whole BS that I'm going diamond and you're not going to put any action behind it. What is it that you really want in your career, with your family, with your community, to give back, with your business? Like, what do you want your life to be? Sometimes I wonder, like, maybe I'm not where I want to be because I really don't know where I want to be. Like, do you ever think you're like, but is that what I want? Like, why? But you're like, keep running towards something you don't even know what it is, So really get clear about this week. Like, what do you want to, where do you want your paycheck to really be? Seriously. And you're putting it out there. Okay. What are you committing to, and what actions are you committing to get these? What are you committing to doing? Okay. So that's the homework. Did everyone write that down? Just write in the chat. So we'll say gratitude journal, meditation on affirmations, read through chapter 9, 5 minutes of all the things you want to buy, do, need, etc. And then what is it? Oh, shoot. I'm sending that to Jen only. Sorry. You really want. Well, we recapped it anyways. I meant to send that to everyone. Dang. I can't change that, can I? Well, you guys heard it. So, all right, guys. Well, it's time for the family call. So, I'll let you get off here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Any last comments, remarks, questions?